I like the spectate with it. I feel like I like the camera movement more, and I'm more used to it.
Where is Moose? We need to add bad code.
I'll get Eureka in here.
Is it Eureka or Eureka?
Eureka, you're right. I just played a bunch of TF2, and there's one called the Eureka effect, so used to saying that.
I thought I had Rain on friends list.
Whenever you're ready, let me pull up the. Let me go ahead and put a ping in.
Oh yeah, this so.
Gotcha.
Go.
All right, hello, welcome. My name is Stipperoons. I'm here joined today by Miss Mint and Penguin. Today we're shoutcasting the grand finals of Watchpoint Alpha Season 4 tournament. Yeah, how are you guys doing? The casting channel with me.
Oh.
All right. All right, so either way, our map pool for today is Temple of Anubis, Eichenwald, Lijiang Tower, Gibraltar, and Nepal. And I didn't even mention the teams we have here. And Antumbra facing off against Moose. Antumbra is the team that came from winners finals. They've been the bridesmaids for the past two tournaments, but right now they're looking like the brides. They're looking like the team to beat. Moose was knocked down to lose his bracket in the winners finals. Were able to beat Juggertown Jules, and now they're here today in the grand finals to try to see if they can take this one home. Moose has been in Watchpoint Alpha for a while, but they just haven't participated in some of the tournaments. Now they've got a few roster revamps, and they're looking really strong coming into this. Yeah, either way, any players immediately you want to look out for? Any players you think might be a big threat to the team?
Um, I haven't really interacted with Moose, so I'm not entirely sure about what they're going to bring into the table. But I'm keeping an eye on Clean Orca and um, Koala, and I'm hoping that how they played last night, they're going to bring that same energy to this game today.
Sounds good. I've only played against Antumbra. I've not played against Moose, but I played against an older version of Antumbra, so both these teams are fairly newish to me. But I've been able to watch a lot of their games. I've watched most of the games that these guys have played in. And we were able to talk with Moose last night after. Actually, Moose came from winners. My bad. Moose came from the winners bracket. I made that big mistake. But Moose was talking about how they had some strategies they weren't able to pull out in that set of winners finals. So we'll see if they're able to bring some interesting strategies. We saw some fun Zarya plays come out from Antumbra in the losers finals. The losers finals. So I'm looking forward to seeing what these two teams have. We have an R in chat from Bad Code. We just need Koala's R is actually there as well. We're ready to go live. Right, so starting off here, Temple of Anubis. The offense is going to be Moose. The defense is going to be Antumbra. So this is a map where there's a lot of high ground for the defense. We see a lot of Orisa here, but more recently on the offense, we've seen some Hammond come out on this map. So it'll be interesting to see what these teams decide to pull out. Any predictions for comps, Mint?
I'm leaning if they're going to be coming in from attack over here with Antumbra, I'm going to expect really heavy goats, because that's what they played a lot last night. Moose, I'm hoping they're going to have that really strong defense with more of multiple shield tanks and just defense characters that can hunker down.
Multi-shield tank, gotcha. Well, it looks like on there's a triple sniper coming out. Well, yeah, there's the Orisa I predicted before. So we have a triple sniper with an Orisa on the defense. They do have another off tank. It's going to be Koala on the D.Va. On the attack, they have Shepard on the Hammer right now, but that could easily be a bait the cast a ton. And Suboptimal, a little bit about him. He is a last-minute addition to Antumbra. We'll see what he can pull out some shots, but he might be we'll see if he's either a liability or the greatest asset coming into this. Looks like we have some last-minute switches to Orion Zarya on the offense. It is going to be a standard 2-2-2 with a sniper, with a Widowmaker and a Genji on the attack, but here's the rollout right now. They're looking like they're just going to take a standard poke fight. The defense is set up on on what is this, pedestal? I forget the name of the call. It's been a long time for me. But the sniper fight's going to go on right now. Crunchy and D'Artagnan trying to see who can take this fight off. There's a ton of shield damage already on the Shepard. He's going to have to try to either back up or commit in. They're going to go with option B, but a huge anti-tank is going to shut him down. 5 people hit by a Shepard's dangerous and low. And Crunchy, Shepard, and Bad Code all three fall. That's a nice fight already by Antumbra, as that's going to have to force a retreat from Moose. 2 people left. Rain is going to get staggered off a little bit, and that's going to be a nice TK for Antumbra to start this game off. Already looking really good for Antumbra. They've already won that first fight, and the first fight is one of the most important. It really sets up the ultimate economy for the rest of the game, or for at least the next 2 or 3 fights. Suboptimal is already close to the mana boost to try to get this team going. Rain is the closest one to an ultimate on the side of Moose. 66 on the Graviton Surge right now, and they're looking like they're going to try to push onto the upper high ground. Wolfson's going to have to back off immediately. They're already repositioning, trying to get picks on it. Crunchy and D'Artagnan take the Widow fight, and Crunchy gets the better of it. That's a nice opening pick by Moose, as they're going to try to capitalize on that fast. The Saint Tix goes down to another nice shot from Crunchy. Crunchy's done massive work trying this fight, wide open for for Moose to come in and try to clean this one up. Clinging Orca down in the middle of the field, almost by himself. He's going to get taken down. So Optimal's down by himself. Arfax is getting all over him. Koala tries to put a little bit of distraction on the Crunchy, but might be a little too late. But there's 2 picks coming in for the side of Antumbra, so they'll have a chance to hold this. But Nano Boost is out onto Koala, trying to stall some time for at least his team to come back. Shepard's going to get kind of low. He's going to force a charge off. It's not going to get anything, but Optimal's the one to fall. Looking like it's going to still be a nice fight for Moose. The bomb's going to go up. It's going to be a high bomb. It's not going to get... Oh, it's going to get 2. Both supports go down. Koala with a massive bomb might just save this fight for Antumbra. However, 2 counterpicks come in. D'Artagnan and Wolfson both go down. Clee Yorker with a fat pin onto Arfax, but Saint Tix is traded out. So far, Rain's the only one alive. It's just the tank standing left. The Widowmaker's still in the back, trying to get some shots off, but these guys are beefy health tanks. And now we've got their Ana back to keep them alive. It's going to be a really scrappy fight, but at the end of the day, it's going to be a whole for Antumbra. We actually have Eureka. My bad, Eureka. Eureka's actually caught off in the side room in dark over here. So his team's going to come over and save him, get it out of there. Now we're looking at 5 ultimates online. 6 ultimates almost for the side of Moose, but there's a big pick. Santix wins the sniper fight against Crunchy, and this big sweep onto Clingy Orca and Shepard. Both man tanks hit the ground. Koala's going to go and try to get a little bit of damage. Clingy Orca's going to lead the pin. He's going to go straight in onto the Moose line, but Moose is now taking this entire high ground. They're almost uncontested, except they're losing players in the process, just getting picked off one by one. Bad Code and Artifacts both go down. Shepard's next to fall, and now they're trying to stagger and trying to die off so they can get the spawns at the same time. I think Yorker got dangerously low, but he's going to be alright. He's got supports there to support him in the end. Eureka's getting very low and he's being chased. Koala's all over him, but he sees the Crunchy's there. He's going to have to back up. So far, a ton of ultimates still on the field. There's going to be the Infrasight burnt from both players. D'Artagnan and Crunchy both have vision up. We'll see if that's going to help this Widow fighter, see how this makes it go, but it usually makes players play a lot more passive. Rain's going to try to take this upper high ground. Here comes the Dragon Widow. It's Nano boosted, and Koala's counter Nano to try to keep his team alive, and Saintix goes down. A nice everything pick once again from Moose, and there goes Suboptimal. 2 massive kills, and Clingy Orca's caught off in the middle of the Moose line, and he's going to go down as well. Rain with 2 kills in this fight. A Widow duel is going on up top, and D'Artagnan's going to get the better of that, but Wolfson's going to go down as well. It's a nice trade. So far, so good. Here comes a Dragon. It looks like it's coming from Spawn. Yeah, Dragon coming from Spawn, and the bomb's up high. It's going to kill no one. Not as big as it was last time, but now this Dragon's actually split this fight kind of well. There's no one really there to follow up as D'Artagnan hits the ground, and that's going to maybe be first point, finally, to the side of Moose. As they have Saintix on the point, they're going to be able to clean him up really easily, but he's actually going to get a pick on the Eureka. Alright, well, that was... that took a lot of air out of me.
Objective lost.
That was really well played.
Absolutely, they Moose a little scrappy at the end, but that last fight was well executed by them. But these staggers coming in by Antumbra have been really nice to hold this point off. As we're seeing it switch, the Suboptimal goes on to Zenyatta over the Lucio to maybe try to keep this Graviton Surge controlled, but Rain has it right now, and Suboptimal's only at 20% as he just swapped over to it. Rain looking really aggressive. He wants it. He's got it. It's gonna. No, it's not. Okay. It put him to view, but no one's actually going to die to it. Eureka's going to go down to Saintix, and Shepard's going to get frozen. Already Moose is looking very weak in this fight. They might have to back up. There's only the Widowmaker who's still full health. And now they're just trying to... Okay. Now Antumbra's trying to just stagger in, trying to follow up on the frags, and they're doing it very well. Artifacts and Crunchy both go down. They're in all over Rain, but Rain might be able to get out alive. A big anti comes in on Titania, but Rain actually dies in the very end. Koala with that pick, and now the Antumbra line can just back up and be happy with the work they did there. Nice staggers by them. So now we're seeing the Antumbra signature Snoats coming out as they run the D'Artagnan on the Mei. The wall is still on the Zarya. Other than that, it's a traditional Goats comp. On the attack, they're still running the 2-2-2 comp they had when they started, and they're coming up on a lot of ultimates on it. And so the Dragon Blade's going to go in, but it's going to get stunned immediately. A Shire's through to follow it up, and only one, nobody even gets knocked down by it. Ultimates out left and right, but right now the Swinging Blade is going to be an advantage in Antumbra. And Shepard gets pinned off by a nice Mei wall. He's going to get frozen and killed. Now it's the entire stagger that's coming through. Yeah, Clingy Orca's dangerously low. Here comes the freeze and try to save this fight. A ton of kills in for the side of Moose. They're going to kill everyone. Except for Saint. So yeah, Saint and Koala both were killed early in the fight. They're going to be able to walk back. Koala's getting dangerously low. He's going to go down for a nice shot from Crunchy. So far, so good for Moose. They're going to be able to get a tick at least off this fight, or not. There's already a Lucio staggered onto it, and they're going to finally get that one tick through. Clingy with a nice shatter, but doesn't get anyone down. Maybe a bit of a zoning goal. Suboptimal gets Rain. This is so back and forth. It's so hard to see what's going on, but here comes the Graviton Surge. I can tell you that much is happening. As Saintix is the one to fall in a trade from Bad Code. She goes down as well. Suboptimal with 3 in this fight, and that's going to be a nice hold from Antumbra. Suboptimal with 4. What a play by him. The stand-in stands up as he's able to kill 4 in that one. Crunchy's going to be able to switch over to the Pharah. So there's finally a switch coming in from the offense. Other than that, they're running the same combos. They're coming up on a lot of ultimates for it. They don't have any yet, but they're all above 70 except for Crunchy. On the defense, Saint has the rally, and Suboptimal has the trance, which he burned earlier in that fight. Crunchy's already laying down above, and there's a big Anthony coming in. 3 people hit by D'Artagnan, Saint, and Koala are all 3 hit, and there's a massive grab through. It's gonna get trans, but one person's gonna go down. That's gonna be Wolfson, who falls. Rain is traded out, but in the long run, it might be a fight for Moose. A nice Anthony is in for a counter. Koala gets dangerously low, but he's able to kill Eureka. Arfax goes down as well. So far, so good. It's gonna be a reset for the side of Antumbra, or for the side of Moose, as they're going to have to try to figure out how to pry through this defense. They don't have much time to do it. Only 30 seconds left on the clock. Bad Code is getting up onto the beat. That's about the only ultimate they have on line, maybe besides the Shadow that Shepard has. That's going to have to be a Playmaker ultimate. We haven't seen him come up huge on Shadows yet, but this is now the time to do it, if any. They're going to be pushing through Dark right now. Queen York is going to be there to meet him, but Shepard is there in the front line. He's going to get pinned. He's going to get hit. Saint Hicks gets stunned. Bad Code burns the beat to try to save his team, and there's a big, massive wall. It's going to fry this team straight in half. Crunchy goes down even after burning his ultimate, but Shepard is going to get a trade onto Arfax. Clingy Orca, Koala, Saint takes a Wilson, all 4 fall. D'Artagnan and Suboptimal are the only ones left, and Suboptimal is dangerously low. He's about to go down, but he's still staying alive behind this main wall. He finally hits the ground and D'Artagnan goes down, but he might have bought enough time for his team to walk back, and here comes Wrecking Ball. Clean York is now up on, he's going to go for a slam right in the middle of the team. It's all going to knock people over there, but now they have staggers. Koala's in with a massive Graviton Surge, hitting 5 people, but there's no real follow-up. Cleaky tries to roll in, but it doesn't matter in the long run. Saintix goes down to Rain. Right now, Moose still has a good chance of getting it all the way, but it is overtime. Shepard is still trying to do some damage. He's getting close to another shatter, actually. 90 on it. Native Moose comes through. It's going to be on to Shepard, and there's a nice roll to try to split the team off, but it's not going to matter in the long run. Eureka's... Okay, there's one shatter. Okay. I gotta refocus, they were organized, I'm talking way too much. D'Artagnan hits the ground and he goes down, but right now, Moose's health is dangerously low. There's gonna be a Graviton Surge, the second one of the fight, Arfax is gonna be the one to follow up on it. Crunchy with a nice stick of the Koala is gonna take him out as well. Sabathmo goes down, Clingy Orc is down as well. D'Artagnan is trying to walk back, but it's not gonna matter. A nice long fight, and Moose is gonna take it in the end, but they were into overtime. There's still an easy, not easy, but a practical chance for Antumbra to get this one back. That was a fun one to watch. That was a hard one to cast.
It was.
Initiating match.
That was really great.
I'm a little cold. I haven't done this in a while. Alright, well, here we are on the flip. We've got Antumbra going for the attack, Moose on the defense. Let's see what Moose is able to pull out here with the shots they have. We've seen them really kind of stray away from goats a little bit, so we'll see if that changes. Usually we'd like to see DPS on this defense just because there's so much space between where you walk in, that choke point, and where the point actually is. The damage, the extra damage having a DPS usually is worth not having a goats comp. So,
well, not only that, you just need something that's going to be rapid, especially on that second point. You can't have these big beefy tanks like goats.
Absolutely right. The plus is massive amounts of open space. Widowmaker's still very good, and looks like Crunchy's gonna take that advice to heart. He's gonna be on the Widow. But we have two Sombras. D'Artagnan and Arfax are both in the Sombra for this map. D'Artagnan has been playing a ton of off kind of DPS in the Goats comp, so it looks like this is just another one he's gonna pull out. Koala's still on the off tank. Other than that, it's a traditional Goats comp for the attack. On the defense, they're running another 2-2-2 with a Widowmaker and a Sombra. I don't know what I think of the Sombra here. I don't know if it's going to follow up. But yeah. Nice pink comes through, but Crunchy's going to get 3 in this fight. Massive picks by him. All 3 supports hit the ground. A nice play. That's going to be a solo hold, basically, for Crunchy. He just rails 3. Massive play by him. I need to stop messaging people in the middle of this. D'Artagnan is going to dangerously low. He's actually going to fall in the end, and that's going to be a reset for Antumbra. Crunchy with 4 in that fight. I mean, massive play by him right there.
Not checking in.
That's prompted a complete switch by Antumbra. They're on a goats comp, not a goats. They're on a dive comp. Yep. So Queen is going to be on the side. He's going to go through Dark, trying to get initiated onto this high ground. Here comes the dive. Right now it's going to land around the Erica, and Suboptimal gets hacked in the back line. They're going to have to try to peel for him and try to get him off, and that's exactly what they're going to do, splitting their attention. Koala's up here in the back. Does he get hacked? No, he breaks the hack in the long run. Queen Orca jumps in. He's trying to get some space for his team, and it's working really well as Arfax, Eureka, and Crunchy all three hit the ground. Clingy Orca is doing massive work in this fight, actually. Koala's going to get another pick in the bad code. Wolfsling gets traded out, but in the long run, it's not going to matter. As Antumbra's going to be able to get this point.
Hello there.
My ultimate is charged.
Hello.
The silver lining here is that the Antumbra team had to switch. They had to go onto the Ghost Contest to do it, so they're going to have plenty of time to build up more ult. Especially compared, I mean, what am I trying to say? Alright, so Moose has more ultimates than Antumbra. Long story short, that's it.
New defense.
Gosh. Alright. Wallace still doesn't have his mech. He's trying to get some pistol shots off to get it back up. He's 98 on it right now. They're going to have to try to stall to get that online. Koala finally has it back. A shadow comes through. It's only going to knock Koala down, though. And Colleen Yorker dives in trying to save his team, and it's going to work out really well for him. He's going to keep everyone alive. Crunchy gets dangerously low, too. He's going to have to try to back up or get some help. Here's a beat through. Shepard falls before the beat hits the ground. Wolfson, Saintix, D'Artagnan, all three go down, though, for a nice grab from Rain. Koala hits the ground, too. That's going to be a nice fight and a reset for Antumbra as Suboptimal is staggered off by Rain. These off tanks have been coming up huge, actually, this game. Koala and Rain have really gone back and forth. Speaking of Koala, he's now up in line with a bomb along with the rest of his team. There's going to be 6 ultimates online for this next fight for Antumbra. The ultimate economy is not looking nearly as good on the side of Moose, but they do have an EMP. If that goes off early, it can win the whole fight for them, but unlikely in the long run. Crunchy and Eureka are coming up with their ultimates to try to stop this Antumbra push. Antumbra's still on the dive right now. D'Artagnan's actually on the, wait, what happened to D'Artagnan's ultimate? Either way, in the long run, it's not going to matter. Here comes the Nano Blade. It's going to be on Saintix. He dives straight and takes out Bad Code. No one else falls immediately to those. Crunchy goes down, and Big EMP comes through. It's only going to get 2, though. Saintix and Koala both hit by it. But there's a ton of blue on the left side of the kill feed as Antumbra goes massive, killing 4 in this fight. I mean, New York is still through, just trying to clean up the range, able to in the long run. And here comes the Tracer trying to stagger it off. It's gonna be Crunchy, but he's gonna go down. Arfax up on this main. Here's a bomb through. Shepard on the point to be able to block the bomb with a nano boost. He's hacked though. He's pinned off on the side of the room, and it's not gonna matter. He's gonna go down. Now Antumbra is guaranteed a tie for this map. They have a ton of time to push this first point. Considering how they did the first time, I think they have a good chance of closing this map out. Ah,
Initiating match.
nice drink of water. Yeah, that's the spirit. Hey. Any players pop out to you so far? I've been talking a lot.
I was really impressed with the beginning.
Ready for battle.
Gotcha. I like watching I'd always say the off tanks because I'm the off tank player, but I don't want to be that guy. So I like watching the DPS. Crunchy and D'Artagnan, that fight's been going on. It's been a lot of fun to see. Both have been really flexible, switching a ton. Looks like we're gonna have a Goats defense coming out for the side of Moose, holding out the old classic to try to hold this Antumbra aggression for 4 minutes. Antumbra is going with what works. They're back on their dive comp as we have Clean Yorka and Koala on the Diva and the Winston. Clean Yorka's Winston's been doing really well this map. I am looking forward to seeing it again. And here comes the shots rolling out right now. Looks like they're going to be holding out right on the point, Moose. They've just got everyone scattered through on the point, but that might come back to bite him. As now the Antumbra line sees it, they're going to be pushing up onto opposing high grounds. The Saints can take an off angle, trying to get a dive onto these supports. He puts a nice spray down, but he's going to dive straight in onto the back line. He doesn't see the Ana though. His team's going to follow him up. Rain gets dangerously low. Eureka's hit by an anti, but I don't think there's enough people in to follow up. Clean Yorka goes in, puts a shield right in the middle of the point, trying to get his team in right behind him. they push Moose all the way into the side room. They don't have any space anymore. They've given it up way too early, but Senko's down. They're trying to fight their way out. So far, so good for them as Koala gets injured low as well. The health and the advantage in general is in the side of Moose. Shepherd is going to get a pick on the Clean Yorker, winning that main tank fight. Wolfson goes down from a nice pick from Rain. That's going to be it in the long run. There's one person left. It's going to be Koala, and he's going to be staggered off hard. There's still a Widowmaker, though, on this high ground. They can't just sit there with no shield out of. They might get picked. Klingy and Suboptimal are up on their ultimates, but they committed some ultimates to that fight. D'Artagnan and Saint both burnt theirs. And on the other side, we see that Antumbra, that Moose has their ultimates. They're coming up in line with 5 ults right now. As Shepard is probably the first away he's going to have it in this fight. Rain is assumed position on this high ground, trying to get a little bit more control up here. And here's an Animus. Here's the dive. It's going to be a Clean Yorker going right into the back. He's going to get the first pick off on the Erica. The beat comes in, but it was a little bit too late. Is this not going to be able to save his Ana? A Shatter's through is going to knock 2 people down. Koala, D'Artagnan, and Suboptimal, all 3 on the ground, but none of them die in the long run. The fight's looking split. Here comes the bomb up high. The Nano Boost is there too. Not Nano Boost. The ground is there too. Koala's going to be the one to follow up. 2 picks from him from that mech bomb. Going far is really scattered, but in the long run, it's going to be Antumbra to close this one out. About 20% left on the point, 10%, 5%, and they're going to be able to hold on a little bit. They have to try to get people on the stall, or this is going to be map for them. Rain goes down, that's going to be it. That's the last straw, is Antumbra takes map 1. Well fought. Yeah, well fought by both teams, and Tumbra's going to be able to close one out, though, and Crunchy with this massive, 3K on the opening defense. Ooh. That was a good one. Alright. So, next map we have is going to be an Eichenwald. Any predictions for these two teams?
Both are putting out very intense play. He is doing very sniping. I really like the fact that Moose had the drive to continue even after that first team kill, kind of showing, hey, we can still do this, we're not giving up. So I'm looking forward to more of that drive, intense, and growing intensely throughout. So.
Gotcha. Let me just go ahead and switch the lobby up really quick. Sweet. Okay, throw an R in chat real quick. I think we're about ready to go live. Eichenwald, the hybrid map of this series. I agree with you. One thing I do want to point out though is even on fights where we've had kind of a back and forth weird kind of cluster of whatever's going on the screen. Mm-hmm. I'll switch back to the blue spec. My bad. We've had 1 or 2 players just come up massive with some play. So even when the coordination falls, just one person comes through and sweeps for the other team. So I like seeing a lot of that. We've seen that come out of, we saw it out of Crunchy, we saw it out of D'Artagnan, we saw it out of Koala, things like that. So it looks like we're ready to go live. Both teams starting orange chat, and Eichenwald. So this first point is one of the better points for goats. There isn't a ton of high ground to try to capitalize on. There is a little bit of cheese you can pull out on defense on the balcony in the back. You'll see a Torbjorn or a Bastion up there, but for the most part, that's kind of rare. Usually it's going to be a Zarya. It's almost a must. At least on this first point. The second point, though, provides a bit of a challenge, switching between a very choke-heavy first point to a very dive-heavy and open second point. So we'll see these teams adapt to it. Shepard, you can probably expect him to be on that Reinhardt for this one. And he rips the words right out of my mouth. He's going to be on the Arisa and walk out with it. Yep, they're doing the double. Nope, Rain's going to maybe go for a bait with a Torbjorn, but they are walking out. with the Arfax Bastion.
30 seconds.
And they're going to be... Shepard's walking up to the balcony. I might have read this. Ha! Yep. That's exactly what they're doing. They're going to be holding up onto the balcony. On the attack, I can't tell. They're just memeing. Looks like Brain's going to assume a little bit of a wide angle, trying to see... Oh, no, he's going to go back.
3,
She is.
2, 1.
The attacks we're running a Goats comp, Koala and D'Artagnan on the Diva and the Zarya. It's going to be a traditional Zen Goats. As they're going to roll out, they already see Rain, but they don't see the rest of the Moose backline. As now Rain retreats into the rest of his team, and now they know the full scale of what's going on. The Bastion's there, already raining down on Queen Yorka's shield. As he's getting dangerous low, the shield's going to go down, and he's going to fall with it. Right now, it's a massive pick for Antumbra as they're stuck in this ledge area. They might have to just back up or something. They have to go through the cafe. They're going to stick it, though. They're going to stay. Clingy is walking back right now. And and Moose isn't moving an inch. They are sitting right on this high ground. They're not trying to go in and capitalize on the initial pick. And already Clingy York is getting dangerously low with his shield. Koala takes a ton of damage too. They're going to be going all the way around onto Cliff. Looks like we see a little bit of a boot play attempted from Saint as he's up above. He drops in, goes for a boot. It hits Rain off, but that might be the worst person he can knock off. As now the entire Antumbra backline is rushed straight through House on top of Moose, but it's not going to matter. Multiple and Koala both fall. The tank is out. Arfax with 3 in this fight. D'Artagnan just jumps off the cliff, and Arfax with 4. Massive play by him. A huge configuration tank as they're going to be able to hold it off that. I don't think Antumbra was really ready for that.
I don't think they were either.
That's maybe the point of the comp, as Clingy is the closest one on Antumbra to an ultimate. At 75%, but even with a shatter, we gotta pause. Alright, so how do you think Antumbra can do this? What do you think they need to do or change, or do you think their comp's going to work?
Wants to chew through the shield first off. They're going to need something that's going to be explosive. So either a Junkrat or a Pharah might be their best bet. Oh.
I think they're Discord having... Okay. Yeah, so it looks like both the teams are having Discord issues. I'm gonna actually check on that real quick, see if it's like a specific type of Discord server, like West Coast or something like that. Can't tell too much off it though. We're in Discord right now. It's okay for us, but I'll not believe that. What is it connected? Yeah. Devin. I mean, tons of Discord issues. You know, I feel like a little watch here or something like that. But I think their Goats comp they have right now might work. I think Koala is going to be the big deciding factor there, though. They need to use the defense matrix to try to get through the Bastion. And Steve is one of the best counters to him with coordination, of course. Mm-hmm. But Bastion really punishes over aggression and lack of coordination. But if he's coordinated against well and his team's not ready for that, he's going to go down so fast. But I think that Antumbra can do it with this comp. I just predict them switching off. If D'Artagnan isn't getting much on the Zarya, they might look at some sort of dive. That seems to be their go-to.
Hopefully they'll do that. Though they seem to have a really good hold on where they're at. Yeah,
they really do. This high ground hold on Bastion is a little underrated, honestly. You see it come up every now and then, but it's so strong because of how much space. There's massive sight lines for the Bastion to abuse. Mm-hmm. But it looks like in terms of how they were walking, they might be going around to this back back to the door and go all the way around in the back like they did last time, taking a different round. Both R's are through in chat. We're going to be going live back again. So once again, it's going to be Antumbra on the attack, Moose on the defense, and there's no shield on. Oh, they have the shield down. They're actually not. They're going to be going back around to this cliff, maybe trying the same approach they did last time as they're waiting for Wallace DM, but a massive bomb from Crunchy is going to almost take Suboptimal out. Crunchy does have the bomb to try to throw out if this fight goes astray, and they're going to be going around. They're going to try to reposition Moose to keep the team alive. And now we see Jay running for his life. Penguin, you're showing the score, not the game. Okay, we're good. I was told to tell you that, but in the middle of my my alert, looks like 4 players from Antumbra go down, and Suboptimal hits the ground as well. A nice play by them. It's going to have to be a reset for the side of Antumbra. Pulling out all the shots here, I mean, you could tell that Moose prepared for this one. Is now they're even rolling up on ultimate. They have Rain's Bomb, Eureka's Trance to try to keep this next one alive. Now Artifact is coming up on the tank, and we saw what happened last time he had that ult. Clingy actually burnt the Shatter, and Suboptimal burnt the Trance in that fight, so they don't have those 2 ultimates for this second attempt. And here, the strat that I thought they were going to do last fight, they're doing it this fight. They're going all the way around to the side room. But Antumbra is from Moose is ready for the bomb through the back. And forces him to turn around to try to get the bomb. But right in front of Shepard and Artifact lay into Suboptimal and D'Artagnan, taking both of them out. The barrier goes down for Clean Yorkers. He's going to have to back up, and he's going to take a rocket to the face and be finished off by Rain. Koala goes down as well. It's going to be one more fight left for Antumbra to even get a tick on the point. Antumbra rolls out with the same Ghost Cop. They're choosing not to switch. D'Artagnan is getting close to the Graviton Surge. I don't think he's had it this whole game, actually. Wow. That is a very slow charging grab. But they're going to be going for the same attack. Oh no, they're going through this little tiny side room. The Hulk's through immediately, and Artifact lays into them. The shield takes a lot of damage. Here comes the beat, just trying to rush them in the upper high ground. Koala's left, they're down to the open they need. They don't have the bomb, but they have the grab. And there it is right now. It's going to catch 4 people, but the Trance is through. They're trying to keep the team alive. Koala's bomb is out. It's massive. The bomb they needed to get the point. Jade Horror, Artifacts, and Shepard, all 3 go down to it. Rain gets out of his neck. Koala saves them in the time of need. And they're going to be able to cap off the first point. Well set up bomb by Koala. He put it on the roof so it'd stay there. It slid up and down the roof so that the bomb would get a nice lineup. It actually hit both sides of the roof. I'm majorly impressed, but I like Mac bombs a lot. Jade Horror and Crunchy both have their ultimates. Clean Yorka has his. Other than that, no ultimates online on the field. The Shepard's going to be switching over onto the Winston. Rain is still on the Diva. Other than that, looks like everyone is running the same thing they had before, and Suboptimal is going to be a loner on the cart, but they didn't even realize as Antumbra runs straight through Castle onto the, oh my gosh, a massive shatter. 3 people hit the ground for it, and Jade Horror, Artifacts, and Crunchy are all, Crunchy's going to knock her down. Other than that, everyone else dies. Wow. Massive fight by Antumbra. They went from looking like they were on the back foot to just stamping Moose back to the spawn room. This post-fight position from Antumbra is actually really good. They have this high ground. They have Saint on this little wooden platform in the back, trying to get a boop onto the pit. We'll see. He goes for it right now. He hits Shepard, but Shepard doesn't go off the cliff. However, they're going to go in right off that. Wolfson and Koala both get antied, but there's 2 people off. Yurika's the one to get the boops. Clean Yurika and Wolfson both go down. D'Artagnan's down as well. Another boop, and Shepard goes down. Another boop as well. But the Lucia's able to grab her to the ledge, but he's going to get shot up by Rain. Who's alive over here? Who we got? Koala's sitting over here hiding underneath Castle. They still have 50 seconds. That's either 1 good fight or 2 bad fights for this next push for Antumbra. They're pushing straight through Castle as the lead's going to be D'Artagnan, and he wants this Graviton Surge. He's almost back on it. Much faster build time for him as Koala has the bomb to try to combo this one through. Now they've basically split sides. But a big boot comes through, grabs out as well, he grabs it just to try to do something with it. The bomb is through, he's gonna kill Koala, and Koala doesn't get anyone with his own bomb. The trance is out right now from Suboptimal trying to keep his team alive in this fight, but he's gonna get antied. Wolfson and Clingy Orca both hit hard and they both go down. Suboptimal hits the ground as well. Rain with massive picks in this fight. A big move through by Sane, he's gonna kill two, but that might just be a little bit of icing on the cake for them as looks like Antumbra is gonna be able to hold it on bridge. They have a couple staggers coming through right now last minute though as they have D'Artagnan on the Tracer. He's going to get anti-dangerously low. He's only like 1 health. He's going to go down. Koala gets knocked out of the mech too. He's going to be soon to follow. He's still alive. No, he's off the cliff. Okay. There it is. They have him more. They're just staggering people onto the car trying to do something. Suboptimal walks back on the Zenyatta, but the long walk isn't going to pay off as he's going to go down to Shepard. Shepard with 3 in this fight, and that's going to be it. A decent hold by Moose to try to... They got on the bridge.
Score.
A decent hold by Moose to stop it on the bridge.
Sides.
There. That's what I was trying to say the first time.
Initiating match.
Yeah. Not a good day for me, I'm not gonna lie.
Oh.
What do you think for these two teams? What do you think they're gonna pull out? Do you think we have some defense cheese or?
I'm hoping that Antumbra is going to learn from Moose and maybe apply the same kind of strategy. Maybe not the exact same, but something similar. But it's telling me that maybe
Ready
they're
for
not.
battle.
Well, it looks like on the side of on Antumbra, they're going to be pulling out a Goats or a Snoats as they have their standard May coming out. D'Artagnan's back on it. This is such a hard comp to break. It makes such a strong defense. As D'Artagnan is very good at placing those walls, just splitting team fights basically in half. He's going to assume a position right at the archway. And it looks like on the attack, we see a Goats comp. As then? No, it's going to be an Ana Goats. As Jade Horror is up on the Ana. We see Jade Horror, honestly, I think he prefers the Ana over the Zenyatta, as he basically runs Ana more than Zen on these Goats comps.
One.
Or she, my bad.
Defend objective A.
I always get those pronouns mixed up, and I always get yelled at for it, so I apologize. Long story short, on the rollout, they're just trying to bait the wall in, and Artifact is going to take the bait. Going to get stunned immediately and taken out, and now it's just the Moose stagger as Crunchy hits the ground as well. They're just running in, trying to get these picks, trying to get these daggers going through, and it's going to be Shepard the last one to fall. A nice opening fight by Antumbra. The thing about the Snows comp is one player that does so much damage and just Goats in general is suboptimal on the Zenyatta. He's doing massive amounts of work as the stand-in. He's really showed up, and the wall's going to come through, but it was a little bit too late as this caught everyone inside. A pin comes through onto Clingy, and a massive shot is through to follow. Shepard knocks everyone else down. Rain with 3 in this fight, 4 in this fight for Rain. Massive plays from the Diva as Artifact is going to get the last pick. It's a team wipe for Moose as Antumbra is going to be sent right back to spawn, and they're going to be able to take the first point. The Snows doesn't work as we see D'Artagnan doesn't switch. He's going to stick this May, but it's much worse in this point. Even though she doesn't have the damage follow-up anymore with the icicles, I just don't know if sticking May is the pick. He's going to peek wide, trying to get some work done. He's going to get caught out. He's going to force his ice block out. He's going to get low. He's going to be able to get out there in the long run. A sleep comes through, hits Clingy Orca, but he's going to be woken up immediately. The walls could just split this team fight in half, but there's no one even near to follow it up. Clingy's and Shepard are going to take this one-on-one engagement, but Shepard has the Discord on him. He's going to get a bubble just to try to blow his Discord off, and Crunchy's going to get caught in the middle of the team. He's going to get frozen. He's getting dangerous. When the shutter comes through, he's going to knock 2 people down. Crunchy, Shepard, Jade Horror, and the Diva mech goes down from Rain as well. Oh, nice boop. A little bit of a sauce on the grill for Saint. He's going to knock Rain straight off the cliff, and Eureka goes down in the well. Eureka, my bad. So what do you think here? Do you think that this offensive comp that Moose is running is going to work, or do you think that they need to start switching something off?
To me, it looks like they have the possibility of actually taking it. But It looks like the counter snows. It's a really tough call.
It is, and we see ultimates coming out as this note is going to be burnt immediately. Both grabs and the Blitz are being burnt, but in the long run it's looking like it might be a one fight for Antumbra as they have more ultimates and more people stunned. A bomb's high, it's going to be Ray with the bomb, and Ray goes massive! A 4-man bomb, and Gucci's going to clean up Wolf's son. 1 man alive, and Suboptimal, and they're running him down. Suboptimal stunned, he's down. A massive play by Rain to save his fight. What a massive play by her. This is why I love watching Rain, one of my favorite players in all of Alpha. I'm going to say it right now, no bias, but my gosh, she's so fun to watch. Clingy Orca is going to go right in, he's going to be straight in, but Wallace too trying to split this team fight in half. There's no heals for Shepard because of that wall. Jade Horror is knocked straight off. Koala's knocked actually off the cliff, and Rain's going to lose her mech. D'Artagnan is now just in the middle of the Moose line, and he's going to be able to do a decent amount of work. He's going to knock Rain out with a nice headshot. He's now chasing down this Lucio. He's not going to be able to get him in the long run, but that's going to be a reset from Antumbra, no, from Moose.
You hear that?
Nice. So far it's been pretty good for Moose. They still have a decent amount of time to try to cap this one off, but there's a ton of ultimates online right now for Antumbra. They have to try to get a dry push going through here. Maybe try to force some of these ultimates out, but they might not even need to. Shepard's the first one to fall, and that's going to prompt them to try to not use any ultimates in this fight. Crunchy hits the ground as well, and that's going to prompt a full reset for the side of Moose. They were able to get a little bit closer to ultimates than that one. Arfax now has the grab. Jade Horror and Shepard are coming close to their ultimates. But we still see no ultimates actually got burnt off on Antumbra. They still have their grab, their shatter, their trance, and their blizzard. They're going to be going through castle right now, all the way through across bridge. Moose is running straight across with his Lucio speed. Clingy Orca's there to meet him, and here's the government surge. But the wall is through to try to save his team. A counter grab and freeze, ultimates out left and right. But the freeze gets eaten by Rain, but it's not going to matter in the long run. Antumbra with a massive team fight, saved with 2 or 3 boops in that one. Now it's a little bit of crunch time for Moose. They've burnt a minute, and they haven't really gotten much done. They didn't even win an ultimate advantage or anything like that. Crunchy's up on the rally, Rain is close to the bomb, and Eureka's close to the beat. Other than that, the defense is up on the shatter. Clingy Orca can single-handedly save a fight with this, but he can also just waste it in the Shepherd shield. The wall's going to come through, trying to bait it out. It does, but it's not going to matter in the long run. It's just blocked by Shepard. The bomb is through and no one dies to it. D'Artagnan gets into the ice block right in time. Shepard's going to charge straight and trying to get something done, but he's going to get frozen. D'Artagnan's still in this backline. He's not being tested or anything. He's just putting walls and freezing people on the side of Moose. The counter beat is through. Saint Bro blows the last ultimate on the field as he's going to be able to use that ultimate and just burn momentum. Crunchy, Shepard both go down. It's now 1 fight remaining for Moose to try to get this turret all the way. Arfax is coming upon the Graviton Surge yet again for this fight. He did a lot of damage in that last one, but that's about the only silver line they have. Is we see the defense coming up on their own grab. They have the trans coming line really soon. They have a shutter as well. Clean York is looking to throw it out, and the breeze comes in. It's going to actually catch one person. As Rain's going to get hit by it, and Jade Horror is actually going to hit by it as well. The Graviton Surge is going to counter it off. It might be the last straw for the side of for Moose, as they only have 1 player left, 2 players left in the cart. It's going to be Rain, the last woman alive, and she's going to get dangerously low. She's going to go down, and that's going to be it. It's done. It's over. It's going to be Antumbra at the time of asking to hold and win on Eichenwald.
Into the eye.
Victory.
Antumbra looking very clean. They've done another 2-0, but now it's the cough map.
Of the game.
Check out this rain bomb. There's a massive shatter that came through earlier. Didn't mention. Shout out to Shepard for that shatter to set that play up. But Rain with a massive bomb, really well placed. All right. Wow, this Rain with 80% participation on the diva. last map, or maybe last map, depends on if Antumbra wins this one or not. But now it's crunch time for Moose. They have to win this, or it's going to be over for them. Actually, no, it's not. They're going to get the reset. I forgot Antumbra is the losers team and Moose is the winners team. If Antumbra takes this one, we're going to be going to our bracket reset. We're going to play another game at 9 o'clock p.m. EST. So last map's going to be, or next map is going to be Lijiang Tower. I need to stop saying last.
Lijiang Tower.
Yep. Any predictions for this? For any of these points, you think anyone's going to come huge and do some weird comp, or what do you think?
A lot of, especially in the Lijiang Garden, a lot of the better plays I've seen come with a Symmetra. So all of her turrets would either be situations where you're not going to really expect it, and then it just catches everyone off guard. The same can be said the tower when you're going in and you're going
Control
into
center.
building. So
3 hours in chat. You can go live. You can continue.
oh, sorry.
You can notice.
Now arriving at Lijiang.
The one that might be a little worrisome is that situation of that inner square where there are
Night market.
two sides where you have the opportunity to boop. But I want to say Symmetra.
Do you think Symmetra's going to come out?
I'm crossing my fingers and I'm hoping that this is going to happen, but
I'd love to see some cheese coming out here. I'm going to go ahead and fix them real quick. Cool. Looks like we're set right now. We're going to be starting off once again on Control Center. Let's see. On the blue side, on Moose, we're looking at a little bit of a Goats comp, but instead of a Diva, we've got a McCree. Artifacts up on the McCree, and
hello, bringing out the Symmetra.
no, it's not going to happen. I don't believe it.
Depending on how Koala places the turrets, I think it's possible.
I want to believe, honestly, but I don't believe.
Nah, he switched.
Yeah, looks like the Antumbra side is going to be up onto a Goats comp. The spearhead of this fight is going to be Clean Yorka, the first one to get to mid. Shepard's going to be going down onto the point. Clean Yorka's going to lead his team up on the computer, and they're going to run straight right now. The fight engagement's there immediately as there's no health on this side of Antumbra anymore. Clean Yorka's the first one to fall. Phoenix is getting very low, and now it's going to be a staggers through. Crunchy gets through despite Artifacts gets traded out, but that might be just a little bit of okay, well, whatever. Crunchy's going to do some more damage. He's going to get pins, going to get stuns, but Shepard goes down. And Antumbra actually might be bringing this one back as Jade Horror takes Koala out of the mech. Very back and forth, and Antumbra, what an early grab! Titanium, after getting one of the longest grabs I've ever seen, gets one of the fastest I've ever seen. Getting grabbed late in that fight. Oh man, that was so back and forth. I could not tell what was going on until the end.
Looks like it's too far ahead.
They're still actually, even though they lost the fight, the ultimate advantage is on the side of Moose, as they have these 5 ultimates coming from the line really soon. 6 ultimates if you count Artifacts. And here's the initiation right now. The spearhead's going to be Rain, but there's no one there immediately to do any damage. Shepard's going to try to go for a shot, but right now a wide flank for the Titanium is going to bait them into getting shattered, but Shepard goes for a counter shot. 4 people down for the side of Moose, for the side of Antumbra. It's just Falls coming through. Clean Yorka, same picks of Darkanian, all go down. Koala eats Artifacts is dead eye, but that's going to be a little bit of a consolation prize for them, as this is going to have to be a reset for Antumbra. Wallace still on the point, trying to stall off a little bit of time. Wolfson's wall riding through the middle, but I don't think they're going to be able to do anything in the long run, as Wolfson's going to jump up on the high ground. He's going to be able to get out. Oh, no, he's going to die back and then get killed by Crunchy. Shepard's going to go straight into Clean Yorka. He wants to get these kills before he gets Wolfson back online, try to get these staggers off, and it's going to happen. Artifacts gets to pick onto Clean Yorka, and that's going to prompt another about 20-second reset time, not 20, about 10-second reset time for Antumbra to wait for Clean York to come back online. He's going to be back right about now. Trying to be straight and ready to lead his team into this this Moose front line. As soon as both grabs through, everyone is pinned and there's a bomb out. I can't tell what's going to get anyone. It doesn't kill anyone, but there's a big anti coming through. But there's a chance to save his team after it goes out. Saint burns the rally. A massive shot is through. 4 people down. Eureka, Shepard, Rain, and Jade Horror all hit the ground. It's going to be a team wipe for Antumbra. His Moose is sent right back to spawn. Alright, so walking back out, Shepard is going to lead his team, but he doesn't have the Shatter anymore. Right now, the Ultimates still are in the advantage of Moose as they are going with this rally, trying to do something. Saint is the one to follow, though. A nice pick by them. They may be able to snowball this fight, but here comes the Graviton Surge. The Deadeye was in the middle of it, but it gets taken out. It's 5 people go down. That's 6. Once again, a team wipe for Antumbra. They're going to send Moose right back to spawn once again. 85 on the clock. They've got to come up and they've got to go fast as they only have 90 left. Eureka better hit a nutty wall ride right here to get on the point, but he's still caught out. He's even gone in yet. They're going to run, but they might not have time. 97, 98, 99, but finally he makes it. Both shadows go through, but no one's really stunned from it. There's a trance, but it's not going to matter as they just aren't able to get to the point. D'Artagnan with 2 big picks there is going to hold them back as for now we have to go to either Night Market or Garden.
Night Market, that's what that's called.
Yeah, we're going to be on Night Market. So Night Market, some of these maps, some of these Koth maps, Lijiang is one of them. The other famous one is Oasis, have 3 points. They have 1 point that's very Zarya focused, 1 point that's very Dai focused, and 1 point that's really could be either. This is the one that's really either. So we'll see what these 2 teams decide to pull out here. It looks like on the blue side, on Moose's end, they're going to be running a Goats comp, a traditional Ana Goats, and the Antumbra side, they're running a Zen Goats. So time to see which comp is actually better. Clean York is going to go in very fast, already getting to the Moose spawn basically, and Moose is going to get straight to point. They're going to meet, they're going to fight on point, but Moose has way worse positions as Shepard's going to be the one to follow Clean Yorker with the initial pick, and now they're just going to slam right through them. Rain jumps off the cliff, Saint is booped off by Eureka, but that's going to be a little bit of a consolation prize once again as Moose has to back up, and Antumbra is going to win that fight. A telling statistic is how often a team that wins the mid-fight wins the whole game, or at least the whole map, and that's looking like it's going to be an uphill battle now for Moose, as they're going to run straight in. D'Artagnan is in behind it. They haven't done anything about him, though. He's going to put a ton of damage right into the back of Shepard. The stun comes through onto Clean Yorker, but he's going to be able to wake right back up before the fight gets too out of hand. Right now, they're just fighting through this choke, trying to get any advantage they can, but in these poke fights, Jade Horror is going to be able to get his ultimate, and he has it right now. Eureka's also up on the beat, but this pick on the Arfax and the pick on the Crunchy, that's going to be a nice fight win for Antumbra as they're trying to get some staggers off. There's a big anti that came through, but it's not going to really matter. There's no one there to follow up. Arfax is going to go wide, trying to get a little bit of charge up, but he's also going to feed D'Artagnan some charge as well, as D'Artagnan has the grab. Arfax is coming up on it pretty soon. We're looking at a 10 ultimates coming up on the field soon. That's Clean Yorker and Wolfson, the only 2 did not have it in this fight. Looks like Moose is going to be going through Cliff, and they're going to be going onto the point. Eureka's going to tap it a little bit, try to bait a little bit of a response for Antumbra. Is here they come, they're walking through. Here's the Graviton Surge. It's going to catch a decent amount of people, and there's the bomb. The counter shot is through, the counter Graviton as well. Here comes the trance. Sabathil saves his team right in time, doing a ton of healing, over 1,000 healing in that trance right there alone. The rallies through as well as Saint's going to try to keep this fight going and keep it in favor of Antumbra. As Clean Yorker now has his shatter, he's going to look for it, but he might not even need to use it, as kills are coming through for the side of Antumbra right now. Crunchy, Rain, and Shepard, all 3 go down at the end. Eureka's going to get staggered off. There's still 1 player left to stagger. It might be done for them. Arfax is getting punched really hard. A massive stagger for Antumbra. It's just 90 on the clock to try to get him to the point. 95, there's no Zenyatta up fast enough to try to get him there. 97, it might be a reset for Antumbra. Eureka gets stunned. It's the reset for Antumbra.
Victory.
a massive play by Antumbra there. Just well played on that Koth map. They looked in complete control most of that time. And Clinging Orca likewise is going to be getting the play of the game. So now Moose, now Moose has to regroup and reconsider what they need to do for this 9 p.m. game on the reset. They look strong at times, but overall, Antumbra just looked much cleaner. So, what do you think? Do you think Antumbra is going to be able to sweep it, take the next game, or do you think that Moose is going to be able to reverse it?
Antumbra looked like they were more coordinated, even going throughout just to get what Moose had done on that high ground with Bastion. Moose seemed, after the games went on, it seemed like they were starting to hurt.
You should turn your gain up a little bit. Your mic is cutting out every now and then.
Sorry.
You're good. Or just talk louder.
All right. I think Antumbra is going to win the one.
You get all right.
Yeah.
Decent.
Story short.
Fair prediction. Let's see if we can get any of these Antumbra player in here to interview for this next game.
Who should we pull out?
Well, while we're waiting, the MVP for this first set. What do you think?
I really like Crunchy's plays. I really did.
Crunchy. So you're gonna put the MVP on the Crunchy? Was that right? You think you're gonna? Okay,
Yeah, correct.
Gotcha. Any reasons just other than the massive TKs?
The kills as Widow, and when Widow wasn't working out, I noticed that Crunchy had Swift would benefit the team and actually push forward to get that point on Temple of Anubis. So I really like that.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. A lot of players I think could really deserve the MVP in this game. Antumbra, I want to give one of the Antumbra players the MVP because in the long run they were the ones that were able to take this set. As much as I like Rain, Koala did very well. I think Koala absolutely showed up, especially against the off tank like Rain. And Koala's also really flexible on the off tank, but I think I have to give my MVP to D'Artagnan. D'Artagnan did such a good job, especially when switching between whatever DPS they needed in Tumbra. They're doing looks like the interviews are Bromance Trio or something. Is that what we're doing?
I guess.
Are they getting the Bromance Trio in here for an interview? Yeah, I don't have drag perms because they don't trust me. So. Oh no.
Robbie, the Bromance Trio.
Penguin, let's go over there. Mitch.
Yeah,
we
Bromance
need
Trio.
Koala. We need Koala.
We need
Let's
Koala.
go.
Yeah.
Here, give me 1 sec.
Yo, wait, hold on there just a second. Let me just get a pause on this real quick.
Let's do it,
You're telling me that this thrower, you gave this thrower MVP, dude.
Okay.
I teabagged him even. That's proof. He was slept and I teabagged him.
My 6K graphs say otherwise. Anyways.
I don't know. My 6K shatters say nothing.
All right, so massive plays by all three of you. You guys looked in absolute control of that entire set for the most part. How do you feel going into the 9 o'clock set?
Easy.
6-0.
Like it's too thick. Hey, Yurika, if you're watching this, we're willing to move it up closer. Just, wink, wink.
Yeah,
Like
I got
8
pizza coming in half an
hour. We're good for 9, but 8, if you want.
8 would be like cool. But anyways,
But it's fine at
6-0.
9. Thanks for letting us play.
So.
We love you, by the way, Yurika.
Quick shout out to her. You guys are running a lot of the Snoats, the D'Artagnan on the May.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, you got carried by me.
Okay.
So is that like a fairly new comp you guys do, or is it just You
Oh, we've been
practicing
running
test?
that
Snows is
since
one of our strong. I got it, Dart. Don't worry.
Okay.
Nah, it's just when Dart
Alright,
is
well,
basically unable to play
hey,
anything else, he
shut
ends
up,
up going to
Cody.
May and he can't play anything else. So
Yeah.
we default
Shut
to
up,
that
Cody.
when he can't do anything.
Okay, like Koala.
Okay,
like
actually,
Koala.
Yeah,
like,
no, shut up.
I'll give a shout out to my boy Muffin, who's like, "Hey, you guys are good at goats. Have you heard of Snows?" And I was like, "No." And then we played Snows, and we were really good at it. So that's it. We try to run it whenever we can, since we're really strong with it.
The value of a coach, eh?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I'm also a god tier May, so you know
Yeah,
it
no,
kind
okay.
of works out.
Whatever.
But
Did you just pick a May for this notes comp, or is it just something you?
I've
You've
been playing
been
May
doing-
since like the start of the game, and
Yeah, dang, I'm not gonna lie. I love playing May.
she's been so off meta where it's like I can never play her in competitive, but like
Mhm.
now I can, so
That's
pretty
cool.
great, and it's fun to combo with Clingy. Like I don't
Yeah.
know if you saw like last game.
Oh, that was awesome.
There was a huge shatter on Hollywood where I put up a wall and then he immediately shattered after the wall. That was my idea, by the way.
No,
It
it
was,
wasn't.
yeah, it
mine.
was. That was my idea.
It was awesome.
Can we just default and say that it was either mine or Koala's? Because I don't want to give
Okay.
anything else to you.
So
Wow.
the one time in that set where you looked like you were struggling a bit was the I can hold attack. We had to go against the Bastion.
Oh my gosh.
How
don't
was
talk
what was
about
going through your head with that?
We don't talk about this one.
We were getting tilted.
I can tell honestly. Koala saved you guys with a nice bomb and D'Artagnan's grab.
Yeah, that was a big combo.
Yeah.
It was frustrating having to like. We tried like multiple times to do like the same thing, like going around left to like minimize damage, and it kept like not working. We
Mhm.
kept getting fucking like.
Yeah, we
disorganized.
kinda
freaking
threw on that, though.
disorganized.
Gotcha.
But I'm
I
not
gotta
allowed to
say,
curse on
I
here.
gotta say, big shout out to the suboptimal plays from.
Oh my
yeah.
gosh, dude. He's a
Optimal.
legend.
From who?
Suboptimal.
Yeah.
Suboptimal. Yeah, came in clutch as a stand-up.
Oh, dude.
A lot of big plays by him.
He's actually like a new
He's
player
actually
on
on
it.
our team. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Weren't
Yeah.
able to get
We're
him
pretty
on.
hyped to have him.
Yeah,
we're-
he was doing massive work. All of your guys were. D'Artagnan, I want to point out something. You went from having the single slowest grab I've ever seen in my life, the single
okay.
fastest grab I've ever
Oh
seen in
my
my
gosh.
life.
Okay, was this on Eichenwald?
The slowest grab was on Eichenwald. The fast one was on control of
Yeah.
control center of Alias Li Zhang.
Yeah, Lijiang is actually is actually a good map for me. And then on Eichenwald, I don't even know what was happening. Like,
I mean, they just weren't giving you any charge.
do
You
anything.
just couldn't do anything. I was watching it, but still, massive work by all of you. Any of the other casters, Penguin, you can unmute if you want. Mint, do you have any questions you want to give to these guys before we roll out?
I guess my question is, because Suboptimal is new to your team, are you gonna show him off more, or are you just gonna keep him off as?
Yeah, we
Yes.
probably would have played him more, except that like he's like a friend that I actually like know,
Gotcha.
Okay.
and like I was like trying to convince him to join the team for like ever, and like when he finally joined, it was after the roster's locked. So yeah,
Gotcha.
that's-
Yeah, I know the feel. Trust me.
also,
Yeah,
I don't think you
Yes,
understand.
you do.
I don't think you understand. We've been running 3 support main this whole freaking tournament. Because
Yeah,
of the way our schedules are working, we've been running 3 support main.
Three
It's-
support
it's
mains
the-
and three
It's the
flex-
meta for it. It's the meta for it. You guys.
If Kuru's
Yeah.
watching this, fuck your work, dude. Quit.
But Ruins, the thing is, we're playing 3 supports and 3 DPS off-tank flexes. I'm not even supposed to be main tanking.
I know. I've seen you on
Right.
other roles. You just played main
Yes.
tank suddenly.
Claiming
Yes.
coming up big.
All right,
Yes.
so
Yes.
we've been here for a while. I'm going to cut it off here. Thank you
All right.
three for joining us. It was a lot of
Thank
fun.
you.
Yes,
Funny,
thank you
yeah.
for giving me MVP. I really deserved that.
Yeah, you sure did. Later,
Yeah, you
dude.
suck.
All right.
See ya.
Loser.
Yeah, guys.
Oh.
Take care,
Thank you.
guys.
You too.
All right. Mint, do you want to take it out? Or do you want me to?
Go right ahead.
Gotcha. Well, thank you all for watching. My name is Stipprunes, joined here by Mint and Penguo. Tune in 9 o'clock for the reset game where we're going to have a rematch of Moose and Antumbra. So whoever wins the whole tournament. Thank you all for watching. I'm headed out. You guys take care.